What's going on, guys? It's Mr. DEBT Joe Lorick from the Money Etiquette Group here with another IPO and blockchain video for you. And today we're talking about OneConnect, the fintech company. Now, for those who aren't familiar, OneConnect is a Chinese-based fintech company that built a blockchain platform in 2018 that they claim can handle 50,000 transactions per second. Right now, for comparison's sake, Visa handles about 69,000 transactions per second. And also Ripple, through their XRP cryptocurrency, claims that they can handle 69,000 transactions per second. However, they say they can do that at a fraction of the current cost compared to Visa and other transacting company when it comes to moving money and moving data. Now, we'll see what happens if they can scale to that point. But nevertheless, let's talk about OneConnect and their blockchain technology. As of today, OneConnect claims that they have a relationship with over 500 banks and 200,000 enterprises where they're handling transactions through their blockchain platform. We'll see if that's going to grow and can they scale that to, let's say, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, because obviously that will bring a lot of profits. But as of now, they have about 500 banks on the book for a relationship, and they have about 200,000 enterprises that they help. Now, how much volume that means per business, we don't know at this time, but we should get more information upon their IPO listing. When it comes to their finances, from January 2019 to September 2019, OneConnect lost about $149 or $147 million, and that was on $218 million in revenue. Compare that to their 2018 numbers for the same time frame, and we're talking about roughly $82 million in net losses on about $128 million in revenue. What does that mean for them come 2020? It means that their revenues are growing and their losses are growing too. However, with an fundraising event and with, of course, an IPO coming out, we should see those losses maybe reduce. And I know they're talking about maybe seeing a profit in 2020, late 2020, or by 2021. So unlike your Ubers and your Lyfts, when we're talking about profits in 2022 and 2023, this is a company that expects to see profits much faster, especially because they can scale without having to hire an entire army of people. The biggest risk associated with this IPO has nothing to do with when the IPO is released, when it's launched, what's going to happen, what pricing is it going to be at, will you make a profit on that investment? Really, it's will the IPO be listed at all? If you haven't paid attention to the market, there have been tons of Chinese-based IPOs that have failed to launch because of the trade war or the trade disagreements between China and the United States. We have heard positive news about negotiations where we can get deals done, where some of the tariffs may be removed. But as of today, there isn't a 100% deal done. There's talk about some negotiations taking place, and some deals or some parts of the deal may have been agreed to, but not the entire deal, to make sure that we can remove a lot of these tariffs, or some of them are going to stay. So we don't know what's going to happen when it comes to U.S. and China relationships in terms of trade. However, I will say, with seeing an IPO filed at this time, it does bring an encouraging feeling that they wouldn't file for an IPO right now unless they really believe that the trade problems between the U.S. and China would be resolved. There will be no other reason to file for an IPO. Also, in their IPO, they're asking for $100 million, or they're listing saying that they want to raise $100 million. But keep this in mind, that's just a placeholder. They could increase that to 200 million, 300 million, but we should see more information as time goes on. They're trying to list, as a recap again, OneConnect is trying to list on NASDAQ under ticker symbol OC as in cat, F as in Frank, T as in Tom, OCFT. We don't know the date. We don't know the time frame. Based on their listing or based on their filing for the listing, I would say late 2019, maybe early 2020. I don't believe this will happen in the month of November, but I'm talking about December. So we'll see if they're listed. But this is a good opportunity for those who are worried about, okay, I believe in blockchain, but I don't believe in cryptocurrencies. If you don't believe in cryptocurrencies, but you do believe in blockchain, well, that's what OneConnect is about. They're not creating a cryptocurrency. They're handling transactions on their blockchain. But when you have companies out there like Ripple, who's using the XRP token cryptocurrency for transactions at 65,000 transactions, or scalable to 65,000 transactions per second at a fraction of the cost, it makes you wonder how far they'll be able to go unless they're able to upgrade their technology to those speeds. We'll see if that happens. And to me, ultimately, this is a win for the cryptocurrency and blockchain business, because it shows that There are a lot of companies that are willing to invest and looking to go further into blockchain as we get closer to 2020 and 2021. At this time, I'm not going to say that I'm going to invest in this company or not because I need more information. I believe we'll get more revenue and losses information. We'll also see the size of the company, employees. We'll get to see what they're going to do with the money and their plans. We can see more information the closer we get to an actual IPO listing. So we'll see. However, I'm going to keep my eye on it because I'm a person that's already invested in cryptocurrency, and also I believe in blockchain, and I believe the opportunity to invest in a blockchain company that has a relationship with 500 banks and 200,000 enterprises is worth the risk, or is worth at least a listen and look. We'll see what happens. Nevertheless, guys, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. I appreciate your support. We talk about IPOs. We talk about everything when it's related to financial literacy, whether it's children's material and helping them to learn about money, whether it's investing, IPOs, whether it's what's going on in the tech market, what's going on in the stock market, what's going on in the U.S. economy. We talk about financial freedom and financial literacy. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video. I appreciate your support. And until the next time, we'll see what happens in the market.